afternoon, folks. This is Patience Summers here, and I'm here with Reverend Robert Voight, co-founder of Serena's Angels, and we wanted to discuss a few things about Department of Children and Family Services. Would you like to tell us about the beginning of your story? Why were your kids taken?
At the time my kids were taken, my ex-wife, who had a drug problem, and I tried on several occasions to contact CPS and have them go out and do something about it. I reported her on several occasions, but I was out of town and working on my ministry and pastoralship, and my ex-wife was arrested for drug possession, reckless child endangerment, and also leaving a scene of a crime.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Those are some serious charges, folks. But what we need to concentrate here on is the fact that Reverend Voight was even out of state.
Yes.
And there is a drug history with Reverend Voight. Years ago, how long did you have clean and sober when your wife was arrested for this?
A little bit over a year.
A little bit over a year, and you guys were broken up.
Yes.
And you had tried to tell DCFS to get you your children because they were in danger. You told them this was going to happen.
Yes.
And what was their response to that?
They basically went out and did an initial confrontation with her, and came back, and nothing ever came of it. I think one time she was sent to do a couple AA meetings.
That's it?
Or NA meetings, yeah.
So they even recognized the fact that she was using. They left your children in danger.
Yes.
And she had custody of the children at the time.
Yes.
You know, I'm an advocate for single parents, both men and women, and I'll tell you something. Children need both parents. God made Adam and Eve for a reason. It takes two people at least to raise children. Was she cooperating with you? Was she giving you weekends or visitation with your kids?
No. After the divorce, we went through mediation. I was supposed to have the children every other weekend, from Friday night till Sunday afternoon, and we had a location where we would meet and transfer the kids. And I showed up on several occasions. She wasn't there. She was hiding all the time. I couldn't find her. I had no contact information, phone numbers, nothing.
Were there any domestic violence charges against you or anything like that? Did you ever assault your ex or?
No.
Okay, so we're dealing with a responsible father who had a problem, got cleaned up, went into a ministry, was learning to be a pastor at the time. Now, when you got this call from the Department of Children and Family Services, was that who called you?
They called my sister, and she contacted me and told me that the state had my children and my ex-wife was incarcerated.
Okay, so you come down. Okay, where's my kids? What happened?
I showed up at they told me to show up at Family Services Court in San Bernardino.
Mm-hmm.
I arrived there. First I talked to a nurse who was telling me my kids did fine in detox.
Okay, so you checked on your children first.
Yes.
Responsible, loving father checked on his children first.
After I talked to the nurse, I was told by somebody in the Family Court Services to go over and speak to an attorney who was sitting by the courtroom where my ex-wife was to be arraigned, or was under arraignment for the child reckless endangerment charges. At that point, when I walked up to the attorney, I introduced myself, he introduced himself, and he says, "Mr. Voight, you understand the charges that are against you."
Whoa, charges?
Yes.
You were out of state. If you'd have taken your children from her without her consent, well, you would have been arrested for kidnapping your own children.
Yes.
And they're talking about what charges?
Apparently the CPS department of San Bernardino and my ex-wife's family said that I knew all about her drug problem and I was involved in it and everything else.
Okay, wait a minute. You did know. You did know, but you told social services, "Save my children."
Yes.
If they did nothing. They didn't have the time to save these kids, apparently.
Apparently it's
didn't
California.
ruin their schedule.
It's California state laws mandated that when CPS opens up a case against one parent, the other parent is just as guilty, apparently, and...
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
You were trying to save your children
Yes.
long before she was ever arrested with drugs
Yes.
in the baby's system.
Yeah, I wanted to be a part of their lives, and it really hurt me a lot.
Oh, shame on you. What do you mean you wanted to raise your own children and feed them and love them and clothe them and bring them to God?
I missed out on a lot of their life. You know, after the divorce and everything, I missed out on a lot of their growing up and everything. You know, I thought things would be a little bit more civil as we broke up. I thought we could work things out to where we both have equal time with our children, but it just didn't.
Yeah, because you didn't want to take your children away from the mother.
No.
You just want. I mean, do you get along now? I mean, are you okay with her now? I mean,
You know, I care a lot about her, and I still do love her, but at the same time, you know, and it's like I tell her, I just hope that she does good, you know, in her rehabilitation, and I encourage her on that. And
but there's no chance of you
No.
wanting to get back together with her. Well, you know, I would understand that. I wouldn't want to get back with somebody who
yeah.
put my children in danger either. But who's getting the kids back?
Apparently, after they're finally out of foster care, and they placed them with the mother in her drug rehab program, in her aftercare at Cedar House.
So the kids are in a drug rehab center with the mother. How old are the kids?
4 and 5.
These children are...
Excuse me, 5 and 6.
Oh, sorry. 5 and 6 years old. Instead of with dad in his own home, with his own job, a reverend. Okay, who's got how long clean now?
Almost 3 years.
And how long does mom have clean?
Mom, since November 27th.
Of just this year?
Just this year, yes.
Okay, now, people clean up. It's possible for a drug addict to clean up and be a good parent.
Yes.
Now, I understand a child is 3 times more likely in foster care with somebody who is not blood related to them to be severely abused, raped, and or murdered. Did the Department of Children and Family Services look for family of yours?
You know, I was...
Or hers?
I brought that forth. They checked her family. Her older sister was eligible to take them, but she did not want to. She didn't want anything more to do with her siblings. She felt that...
Did you have family that was willing and able to take them?
Yes. They were even going to fly here from Texas to take the kids, and we were going to take them back to Texas with us.
Okay, and what did DCFS say?
They said no.
Why?
They said because it violates her rights as a mother.
Okay, wait a minute. No. She was sitting in jail.
Yeah.
For allowing drugs to come into the systems of these children.
Yes.
Okay. We're talking about, what was it, narcotics? What was it?
Methamphetamine.
Methamphetamine in the body, in the blood system of how old were they at the time?
They were 4 and 5 at the time.
At 4 and 5 years old, methamphetamine was in the blood of these children. Now, I'm not going to crucify the mother. Okay, we do not advocate by any stretch of the imagination child abuse, and that's what that is. You do drugs while you're pregnant, you do drugs while you're around your kids, or when you have children, that's abusing your children because you are not your best, and if it gets in the child system, hey, any insult to life early on, that's bad. You know, there's a problem there with parenting. However, if you can fix the parent, if they can take some sort of class, people do change, okay? If a child is 3 times more likely to be severely abused or murdered in foster care, don't you think that it would be better to fix the parent if it's possible?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, and in the meantime, at least look for family. I mean, they say that they look for family, but they deny it. Even if the family's out of state, that's still blood. I mean, that increases the child's survival rate and traumatization rate incredibly.